why is this uptick in crime happening? Let's really think about it. Well, this uptick in crime, the NYPD themselves have told a story that's disproven by their own data. At first, the NYPD, they went out and they said, okay, this uptick in crime is happening because of bail reform, because of all of these reforms that we had now. Wait, but they just released data a couple weeks ago that showed that out of almost all the people who have been found to have kind of committed crimes, etc., almost none have been re-released due to the bail reform. Like their actual crime data from the NYPD, not even independent data, disproves what they're saying. So why is this uptick in crime happening? Well, let's think about it. Do we think this has to do with the fact that there's record unemployment in the United States right now?
Thank you, Stefan. Well, right now in the Bronx, members of the community are coming together to help clean up after the looting and vandalism swept across Fordham and Grand Concourse. Many of these businesses were in the midst of restocking and preparing to reopen as shutdown protocols are about to be lifted. Eyewitness News reporter Derek Waller live in the Tremont section with more. Derek.
Yeah, David, so many people out here on the Grand Concourse with brooms and dustpans cleaning up. And check out some of this damage. This is just an example here. You see they busted out the window on this gym, stole the computers down on the floor. That's an empty cash register. A worker here actually told us that was empty when they closed a couple of months ago. If you walk down the street with me right here, you can see behind me this car that is completely burned out. It had TLC plates on it, likely an Uber car. And as you can see, somebody set this car on fire. This is just one example of so much chaos last night.
This is like 30 years of hard work going down the drain.
It's a family business now destroyed. Leo De Los Santos walked into his Burnside Avenue liquor store for the first time this morning after looters broke in and ransacked the store. The lock on the front still intact. Inside, they knocked over bottles and even destroyed the camera system.
This is not the way that you make a point, destroying people's property. That's not.
The fact that people are at a level of economic desperation that we have not seen since the Great Recession. Maybe this has to do with the fact that people aren't paying their rent and are scared to pay their rent. And so they go out and they need to feed their child and they don't have money. So you maybe have to, they're put in a position where they feel like they either need to shoplift some bread or go hungry that night.
Story this half hour. A suspect is in custody after a heartless attack on a 92-year-old woman who was just walking down a street in Manhattan.
The shocking attack was caught on camera. The woman fell and hit her head on a fire hydrant.
And they're going right after, all right, they're coming right after us right now. Oh. We're almost into, they have breached our building. Now you got the delivery trucks, right? They're all going to do it. Cops are coming, but again, the cops need to stop the cars, got to cut the heads off. That's what all happens. The tools are all in there, gear's all in there. They're not listening. They are in. They made it. They have some sort of pipe and fill up these cars. So here's our store. We got smashed into. You can see pretty well looted.
Maybe it's the fact that unemployment provisions have not been given to everyone. Maybe it's because of the fact that some people still haven't